Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be continuing our shell playlist, and in this video we're going to be looking at input-output redirection and pipelines. So when we talk about input-output redirection, by default most of the commands we've seen in the previous video print their output to what is called the standard output. That is where it is displayed in the terminal and we can see it, but we can change this behavior by using input-output redirection. So for example, if we were to type in the ls command to list out our directories, it gets listed out to the standard output and we can see it. Now, by using some special notations, we can redirect this output to go somewhere else. When we want to change the output of a certain command, we use the greater than operator. So for example, if we wanted to redirect the output of the ls command to a text file, we can do the following. We can type in the command ls and we're going to put in the greater sign operator and we're going to follow it up with the file we want to store the output to. So in this case, we want to store it in a text file called list. So if the list.txt file already exists, it's going to overwrite whatever content it has, and if it does not exist, it's going to create a list.txt file. In our case, it does not exist, so it's going to create one. Now if we list our directories, we can see that we have a new file, which is the list.txt file. In order to look into a text file, we can use the cat command. So we can say cat followed by the name of our file, and when we press enter, as you can see, we have the output of the ls command. When we're using a single greater than operator, it's going to overwrite whatever is inside the text file. What if we wanted to append to the text file? In that case, we're going to use two greater than operators. So for example, we can use the echo command. So how the echo command works is it's going to take a text and it's going to display it to the standard output. So if we press enter, we get hello. Now we want to redirect the output. So we're going to have echo hello, but the output is going to be to our list.txt file. Now if we just press enter, it's going to overwrite everything we have in the list.txt file. But in this case, we want to append it. So we're going to add an extra greater than operator and we're going to press enter. And now if we use the cat operator to look into our list.txt file, we can see that hello has been added to the bottom of the file. That means it has been appended. When it comes to input redirection, by default most commands take input from the keyboard, but we can change that using the less than operator. So for example, there is a command called sort, which as the name suggests is going to sort whatever you give it. So we're going to have, first let's clear our terminal, and we're going to have the sort command, and we're going to give it an input using the less than operator, and we want to give it our list.txt file. And once we have that, if we just press enter, we're going to get a sorted version of list.txt displayed to the standard output. But in this case, we want to create a new file and we want to store the sorted list in that new file. So we're going to add a greater than symbol and we're going to put in the file name, which is going to be sorted_list.txt. And now we're going to press enter. And now if we list out our files, we can see that we have a new file called sorted_list.txt. Now if we look into the two list files, so we're going to first look at the normal list.txt file, which is the same as we left it. And if we look into the new file we created, which is the sorted list file, we can see that hello has been moved up. That means it has been sorted in alphabetical order. The next topic we're going to be looking at is pipelines. So we use pipelines when we want to connect multiple commands together. And now we're going to see an example of that. So we can use the ls command with the long format, which would list out all the current files and directories in the current folder. Now we can pipe this into another command, for example, the head command. So what the head command does is it's going to take an input and it's going to print out the first n lines of input. So we can provide that n. So in our case, we want to print out the first 3 lines of our list command. So we're going to have ls in long format, and we're going to use the piping operator, and we're going to follow it up with the command we want to pipe to. So in our case, we want to use the head command, and using the n option, we can provide the number of lines we want to print out starting from the beginning of the file. So we can, for example, say 3 and press enter, and as you can see, we get the first 3 lines of the output. That includes the line that calculates the total number of files. We can look at another example using the tail command. So we can have ls in long format, and we can pipe it to the tail command, and we can provide the number option, and we're going to print out the last 4 lines, and we're going to press enter. And as you can see, it has printed out the last 4 lines of our ls command. So this is how piping works. You can use it multiple times. You're not limited to using it to only 2 commands. You can use multiple commands together. This has been an introduction to input-output redirection and pipelines. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily programming videos.